This episode is brought to you by Elevate OS, the only all-in-one community operating system. Elevate OS transforms property management, combining resident engagement, reservations, rent payments, maintenance, and concierge services into a single super app. It also uniquely integrates access control, intercoms, package lockers, and thermostats, eliminating app fatigue and redefining modern apartment living. Visit elevateos.com/MMN for a free demo and see how they can help you level up your operations. Welcome to another episode of the Multifamily Collective. Let's talk about the yes and principle. But before we do that, I want to highlight, I don't know if you can see that or not, changed lighting in my office and it seems to have not really increased the illumination like I thought it would. We are doing another Podcast Palooza. This is the second annual. I think we're going to call this an annual thing now that we have the second one in a row. It's not associated with or sponsored by the National Apartment Association. We just so happen to be putting the Podcast Palooza on during the National Apartment Association event this summer in Las Vegas in June. Last year was in Philadelphia. We did our very first Podcast Palooza. We had over 300 people attend the event. This year we're going bigger, because that's what you do. You go big, you go bigger year after year. And we're doing a Podcast Palooza. Lots of fun folks are going to be joining us for the Podcast Palooza. We have some MCs this year that I'm very excited about because they have incredible personalities. They have incredible delivery. I'm very excited about what they are going to bring to the event in terms of energy and insights. Then we have a whole choreographed agenda that I think will bring value to anybody who attends. So sign up, RSVP for the event, plan on attending, plan on engaging, plan on walking away with some knowledge bombs. Somebody said that. I borrowed that. Seems appropriate here. Anyway, all that being said, I want to talk about yes and. There are many times that you're sitting in a meeting and you're brainstorming or you're throwing ideas around or you're going through an agenda and inevitably somebody in the room will say, we've tried that before, or this thing, but there's lots of buts in the room. Not the kind of butts that you sit on, the kind of butts that are like, yeah, I'm going to shut that down. I'm going to tell you why that's a bad idea. If you borrow from the world of improv, the yes and statement, you validate any idea in the room. And by saying and instead of but, you can still walk through the things that might be a challenge in terms of executing on an idea or executing on a path or whatever it may be. By saying yes, and you can fit that thing in, but you can do it in a way that is positive and validating to the person who shared the idea. In a team setting, this is great. If you sort of marry this together with the principle that comes out of the Bible and where two heads come together, a third mind presents itself. That is the yes and, validating the other person, considering that idea. Sometimes that engagement yields a better idea. It builds a different path, or it yields a different path that you might walk down and discover things that you had not discovered if you shut things down from the get-go. So start practicing that today. Start practicing the yes and instead of the yeah, but scenario. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.